What's up, guys? It's Brennan from Youth Music TV, and it is album review time, guys. Today I'm going to be talking about the long-awaited third album by Betraying the Martyrs, titled The Resilient.
How could I be so fucking blind?
Right off the bat, the two lead singles, The Great Disillusion and Lost for Words, were a great demonstration of what you should expect to come from this album. The good old-fashioned, like almost blackened deathcore that we come to love from this band. And then they still kind of took the approach they took with their last album, Phantom, and added more of a metalcore aspect to the sound. But back to how I was saying how the sound of this band that we're all familiar to, they've always had more of a darker deathcore sound with the synth work alone. The synth and piano and choir and choruses that are thrown into the background of just about all their songs is just like their trademark at this point. I've always been a sucker for the Omen, so, you know, deathcore, metalcore mixed with the Omen type orchestra type shit is me. I've always loved that about Betraying the Martyrs. That's what I've always loved about them, really, is the darkened aspect of this band. Ghost and Behind the Glass and the title track, The Resilient, definitely display the good old keyboard, piano, and synth sounds that we love. Especially the song Behind the Glass, it definitely actually kind of reminds me of something their label mates Born of Osiris do with. You just have to listen to it. It's very, very similar. It's a very Born of Osiris type synth sound. So if you listen to this song, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. As far as the metalcore aspect I was talking about, songs like Take Me Back, Waste My Time, and Won't Back Down, which is the track that is about the terrorist attacks on their homeland, Paris, which that alone for that track just makes that a solid tune and great meaning behind it. And that's definitely probably one of the better tracks on the album. But back to the metalcore. The structuring of these songs are definitely driven more of like a metalcore rather than a deathcore. The style has definitely changed since their first album, Breathe in Life, and I like what they've molded into, really. This is a lot more fitting, and it should definitely get more of a wide fan base, but may lose some at the same time. But on the guitar work, a lot of it never stayed in the same dynamic. It was more all over the place in this record. They were not afraid to be like almost genty and be all down-tuned and just very, very, very low with songs like Behind the Glass and Unregistered, which also Unregistered might be, I know all these tracks are heavy on this, but that just may be the heaviest song on this record, in my opinion, is Unregistered. But then almost in the track Take Me Back with the guitar work, they almost use like a hardcore riff. It's almost like a riff that you would find in like a Stick to Your Guns song, and that was very, very strange to hear from them. Take Me Back is definitely the most, I'll say, mainstream track on this. It actually starts with a clean chorus and cuts into the rest of the song. It's very different coming from them. They have had songs in the past that started with clean choruses, but they're a lot more of a, I don't know, a sinister feel to them. This one was more of a, you know, a sorrow and more of a sad song. Take Me Back is definitely one of the top on this record. I didn't like it at first, but after listening to it a couple times, it's definitely very different from anything else Betraying the Martyrs has done. Very melodic and very different to hear from them, and it was a step up. But then the other song on this record that was also kind of the black sheep was the closing track, Wide Awake. It was very, very different. The guitar dynamic was very different. Just the overall writing for the song was all over the place, and I didn't know what to expect from this track. Like, each part of the song, I didn't know what was going to come next. Mostly albums are like that. You don't know what's going to come next in the next song, but this was like a mini album in one song, and it just kept cutting to different things, and it was just crazy. And I loved the way this record closed, and it made a statement, really, in my opinion. The vocal work in the record is really something to be admired. Aaron Matz has always been one of my favorite scream vocalists. He's been definitely crafting and just changing up his style over the years throughout the albums, and this is very similar to how he was on Phantom, but it seems like he's even more comfortable with his style and the way that he does his shit. He has a very powerful scream, very low, very fucking just beast. He's a fucking beast, and that's why I've always loved Aaron Matz, and not to mention that he has like the coolest fucking tattoos in the world. Like if somebody asked me who has the best tattoos, I'd say Aaron Matz, like hands down. So that's just a side note on him. But not only the scream vocals on every track are absolutely amazing, but the clean vocals by Victor, who also does all the piano and synth work, he does really, really good on this as well. This record probably shows the most singing out of any of the Betraying the Martyrs records, and that's probably for a good thing, because it's been the best it's been. The way that Aaron Matz and Victor and all the choir and chorus aspects thrown in the background is just a performance of epic proportions, is the way that I would have to put that. I said it before, Betraying the Martyrs started out as a pure blackened deathcore band with just no signs of really kind of getting lighter. I always thought that if anything they would get heavier and not really succumb to the mainstream, not really the mainstream, but the way this year has started, it seems like a lot of bands are shifting their sound, and it's more so to ease on people's ears. And Betraying the Martyrs, in a way, did that as well. This definitely is the lightest record they've put out, but it still manages to remain heavy as hell. I like the lighter aspects, and I like the heavy, and that's just my taste in music. I like the equal amount of each, and this is perfect. This record basically took all the stuff I loved about Betraying the Martyrs in the first place and magnified it and intensified it and made it that much better. The other records, Breathe In Life and Phantom, definitely both had songs on it that I can say were great, but none that will actually remain making a statement for Betraying the Martyrs as a band itself. This record, I feel like each track it shows what they've really become and what they're capable of, and they didn't really explore any new paths or take any new routes or do anything really necessarily new and just groundbreaking. But this record alone will definitely make a statement and show everybody what this band is capable of, and that they deserve a spot to be higher up in the music scene today. This should definitely gain some new fans, but at the same time, I feel like it may lose a couple of those diehard deathcore fans that think this may be a little too soft. So I guess we'll have to wait to see. It just came out yesterday. I'm going to leave links down below. And overall, I'm going to definitely give this record a 5 out of 5. This is the first 5 out of 5 I'm giving this year. All the rest have kind of disappointed me. Palisades, Chasing Safety. But this one managed to pull off my anticipation and just make it worth the wait. So thank you, Betraying the Martyrs. This is why I love you. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed my review. Let me know down in the comments what you thought. If you've listened to it yet, if you've heard it, let me know what you thought. And hit that like. If you didn't agree, hit that dislike. I really could care less. Hit that subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming reviews and all the other shit I do. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.